Good day, good day. Welcome, welcome. Words of wisdom. So nice to have you. Thank you for joining my channel. Thank you for joining me. And thank you, Spirit, for joining us in terms of giving us some guidance today. How are you feeling? Well, today I had two sort of words that came to me, courage and action. And I was thinking, what spell? I was actually just reading very interesting information a friend of mine has sent to me, and I can't read it to you because it's on my phone and I'm recording, but the gist of it is of how our human vessel, our body, actually is radiating sound into the energetic field all the time. So our body does movement, our energy. And when I pick out in my, I think it's in my intuition cards, I think it is, that your body is, your emotions are in movement. I think, you know, when we think about that, it is very much this noise that we project, because it's all energy. We are all energy. And our chakras obviously are spinning and they're opening and they have to align, but we have meridian lines, and each one of those chakras are connected to our organs, our internal organs. And often when we are out of alignment, when our bodies have symptoms that we say we're sick, or you know, we have a disease or anything like that, often it is because there's something's out of alignment. Something is not flowing. The energy is not flowing. There's stuck, stagnant, blocked energy. So that made sense to me, because I went to see a lady for a couple of months to use her crystals on my chakras and my meridian lines and what have you. And she would say kidneys, she would say what have you, spleen, and she'd put the crystals up on my, and I was like, but honestly, I felt amazing afterwards. I actually haven't seen her for a while, so I need to consider that. Anyway. So I was just wanting to share that with you, because I think it's so important to understand when we're doing this journey and we really want guidance from source and what have you. The idea of us is our mind, our body and our soul. Those three sort of elements of us in a holistic way. And often we overthink things, or we feel miserable, or we do something we don't, you know, we emotionally, our soul we ignore, an intuition, a prompt, a gut feeling, you know, we do these things, and this is our learning, isn't it? So it's trying to get into alignment, us, our human vessel, that we can actually go forward on our journey in a much more balanced state. And when we talk about balance, how do we balance ourselves? So it's not just your chakras, it's a lot more to it. And it's so interesting how we have 5 senses, and we use our senses in all sorts of ways to align our bodies. So have a think about that. I thought I'd put that out on the table. No idea. But I was talking about courage and action today. So we need to have the strength for courage, don't we? We want to be strong. We want to feel good about ourselves. So our spell today is strength, success and guidance. And I decided on that before I actually opened up our calendar today. And the calendar today says, silence is the best expression. Forgetting is the best release. Silence is the best expression. So one of our senses, speaking. So what do we do if we don't speak? We should be listening. Forgetting is the best release. Don't overthink things. Okay, don't go there. Don't need to address it. And on the back it says, adversity builds strength. So we've got a very nice sort of start when I thought, oh, well, I'm doing a spell for strength. Absolutely. Adversity. What does that mean? Something that you've got to overcome. You've got to have courage. And when we want to overcome things, we want to action that, don't we? We want to overcome something. We don't want to just ignore it. We don't want to just avoid it. We want to overcome it. So we have to often go through it. We often have to make sure that we learn from it and use it in our future dealings as a way in which we've now grown from that lesson, and we have a strength to that. So anyway, we have got on the table our runes, and we also have got our beautiful Sacred Horse Oracle. They were calling to me, and I thought, yeah, and the best cards that I love that go with the Sacred Horse Oracle is our beautiful Animal Spirit Guidebook as well. So we've got some beautiful animals on our table, and my girl is lying right here by my chair today. So she was so sort of, oh, are you going to pay attention to me? I've just given her something to eat after my meeting, and she's having a little lie here. So she's joined us as well today. So all about our animals, and our animals will give us a lot of guidance, but they'll also give us a lot of unconditional love, don't they? Anyway, let me know in the comments you've got your animals around you when you're doing your healing, because it's so interesting to hear from you how they actually help you. All right, so let's do our spell first. Spell for strength, success, and guidance. By ancient winds and fire's light, I call for power, pure and bright. Strength of spirit, body, soul, grant me now to make me whole. Clear the path that lies ahead, with every step success is led. Guide my heart, my hand, my mind, to truths and blessings I shall find. In shadows deep or light of day, lead me to victory. Show me the way. So mote it be and blessed it be. So that is so beautiful. Exactly what we were saying. Spirit, body, soul. Okay. And grant me now to make me whole. So that's why I was going on about that little text that I got from my friend, with all that detail about the body and how our chakras align with various different parts, and how our body is like an orchestra. It was talking about music and sound and energy that plays out to the universe and calls in the energy. All right, so we have our cards, but let's start on the table with our beautiful runes today. What are our runes today? Okay, let's have a little look. Our beautiful runes today. Okay. Always the same ones, but we do have our lucky clover. So there's a bit of luck on this table today. That's lovely. We haven't had luck for a little while, but let's see what our runes are saying to us. Very clearly, we have got 5 runes. And it's funny how I mentioned 5 senses. So Spirit are listening. They're listening to us. They're guiding us. All right, let's start with this first rune. Which is in reverse. I'm pretty sure. And it came out in reverse actually the other day for us as well, didn't it? The W, but it's not a W. It should be an M. Should be, say, EWAS. Should look like that. But actually, he's come out like that again. All right, so we're going to read our reversal. So it's about changes, loyalty, faith, movement, and travel. So it's a partnership and a friendship kind of rune. It's about being faithful and accountable to people in your life. It's a good sign that these crucial aspects are present. All right, but obviously the reverse position could indicate you or someone else in a relationship is not demonstrating faith or loyalty. And when we hit our little blocks and we think about, well, you know, I don't want to do that. I don't know how. I don't believe, whatever it might be. That is our, you know, limiting beliefs in the faith, in believing that we are on this journey, that we can overcome, whatever it might be. Okay. So it's about sort of signaling a lack of faith or trust on your part. So it's about putting harboring those past hurts in whatever the situations might be, that or accept, you know, so you can accept someone's trust, accept someone's word. Really difficult when you've been hurt or betrayed in some way. So is there a lack of faith in yourself or in the outcome that's keeping you in a stuck position? Okay. Our next rune. I just want to see who came out this morning, actually. Sawilo came out this morning. It's not on our table. Sometimes they come out... I wonder if that would be the other one. Let's have a little look at the other one there. Yes, let's do this one. Thurisaz. There we go. We're going to go with Thurisaz today because it's about protection, contemplation, decisions, and luck. And because we have our lucky clover, that is the rune we're going with today. So the shape of the rune represents a thorn on a branch, symbolizing the wisdom of choosing a defensive stance rather than rushing to attack an adversary. If you go into a challenging or potentially dangerous situation, you can surround yourself with a shield of protective energy. Consider this rune as a friendly but stern warning to be alert to potential danger. It could be to advise you to be mindful of your motives. Watch out for opportunities that bring reward through deceit or dishonesty. Remembering that what goes around comes around. Okay. It also could indicate making sure that whatever this important decision you might be thinking about requires a careful consideration. Don't make a choice from a place of emotion. Isn't this interesting? We're talking about balance and all this sort of thing. It could simply represent a stroke of luck in either a positive or a negative sense, depending on the position of the rune. So it could be because Thurisaz is sacred to both Thor, the Norse god of thunder and lightning, and Loki, the trickster god. It reminds us that chaos is necessary for transformation, that what appears to be positive at first may not be. We may love a good thunderstorm and the land may benefit from the rain, but we also know that lightning may strike and trees may be destroyed. So it is defensive magic, protection, help with decisions, and good luck. So the rune next to it is our wonderful rune that always comes out in Ortiz, which is about restriction or having patience. Did I not just say that about patience? Was that this morning? It might have been this morning it came out. Patience. Oh, big one for me. Absolutely patience. Now, if you experience hardship that limits your ability to move forward or live comfortably, or a strong desire that appears impossible to fulfill, don't allow bitterness, worry, or despair to get the best of you, but rather use your gifts and talents to get your needs met. Okay, now remember this because it also is about magical workings focused on attraction or increase, which is about luck, isn't it, at the end of the day? So that's quite an interesting. So there's a bit of luck on this table now. Absolutely. That's lovely. And then we finally get to one that's been coming out quite often, Uruz. Health, power, energy, endurance, and creative force. So summon your connection to divine energy and trust that you will be guided to channel your personal power towards a positive outcome. And then we have Isa next to it. And Isa is about ice to water and the idea of energy flowing with water, isn't it? It's about good health as well, of course, Uruz. And it, bring new circumstances and situations to your experience. Strengthen and focus personal will. So it's overcoming adversity, okay? Because that builds strength. So that's exactly what the runes have been telling us right here on this table today. Just want to quickly check with Isa. Don't give up on your ambition or assume that a delay means it won't work out. Put your energy to preparing for making a progress. And this is magical uses. It brings clarity to situations and it also maintains a status quo. All right, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So that's lovely. Just really confirming what we were talking about. Our success, our spell of success and strength. Where was it? Where did I do it? Strength, success, and guidance. So there it is, literally on the table for us. Trust, 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 my friend. Trust. Okay, well, let us... What do we get first? What do we get first? I think, well, I've picked them up, so we're going to get our Sacred Horse Oracle cards up first, and then we will definitely take our animal guidance. So, my beautiful horses, based on our luck and our guidance and our success and our strength, the silence is the best expression. Forgetting is the best release. Don't overthink. What could you guide us with, please, for our continuation this week? Doing our healing, ready for that beautiful new moon that is about to arrive on Saturday. Okay, so if I could have your guidance, please, Sacred Horse Oracle. Wow, they're having a good old shuffle today. Who is with me? Thank you. All right, all right. Okay. We've got Winter's Heart, pausing on the journey. Okay. Suggests patience, doesn't it? Pausing on our journey. And we have got Black Carbon, embracing your secrets. Okay. I love these cards. They're so beautiful. Really pretty. Any one more, please? Do we get another someone? Someone to clarify? No, I think that's it. I just got a message from a friend of mine. Are you okay? You got plans for the weekend? Woohoo! Long weekend this weekend. I have got some plans, but not every day. Not every day. Right, no more horses. That's it. We're done with our horses. So we need to look at Winter's Heart. Winter's Heart, pausing on the journey. Winter's Heart. Patience, confidence, and reflection. Okay. A spirited paint horse of midwinter's night, Winter's Heart comes to you at a pivotal time in your awakening. She stands tall and strong as warmth fades from the day. It will be hours before the pink skies of dawn return, but she is patient. Instead of focusing on the new day that will eventually come, she remains present in the moment and with the cycles of nature. Winter's Heart's breath on the crisp night air joins the snowflakes, creating a mystical sparkle of light all around her. She walks through the magic of midwinter snow, confident that all is well. A bright moon seeps its brilliance through lavender pink clouds in the midnight sky. This beautiful night is hers to relish and enjoy. She invites you to join her in a quiet midwinter moment of self-reflection. Well, that was in our runes as well as patience. Absorb all that nature has to offer and the extreme yet often gentle way she expresses herself. See yourself strong and tall, moving with grace through the coldest nights. Have patience and engage in deep self-reflection before striking out on a new course. Each day will come and go, and you will live the cycles of light and dark, and then dark and light. Resist the urge to flutter along too quickly. That's why that was in the reverse, remember? Give thanks for what has transpired to this point in your life. A period of hibernation is upon you. You're being called to go deep inside yourself to your unique place of warmth. Very interesting. And Black Carbon is about self-acceptance and inner harmony. And you can't get that unless you are balanced. And, you know, it's all about this we've been talking about today. He's to guide you more deeply into yourself, into your shadow where lies all you wish to hide from others and what you cannot accept about yourself. Black carbon wants you to lift you out of your negative thought patterns that you may be experiencing into a place where you can feel more accepting of yourself. You hide them with shame, fearing the rejection that may ensue if others were to know. Yet there is power in the darkness, and what you hide cannot stay hidden forever. Your self-judgment creates a wall between you and others. Every negative thought you have about yourself lowers your vibration. What have we been talking about? Goodness me. Black carbon wants you to love yourself unconditionally. Put aside thoughts of whether you are good or bad, right or wrong, acceptable or deserving of rejection, because you are 100% embraceable just the way you are. Experiencing harmony within yourself is a giant step forward. Be kind, compassionate, loving, and accepting of yourself. No one can make you feel any other way. Your inner thoughts and feelings are your own. All well-being starts inside of you. Embrace yourself. Embracing yourself may change how others respond to you. You have great inner balance. You are worthy. Some may be drawn closer and others may withdraw. When you find harmony within yourself and bring it to the world, all things will come from this place. Only you can honor yourself and realize inner harmony. When you do, it will create more peace and balance for everything and everyone around you. Wow, that is such a powerful, powerful message right now. We've really been gifted some very loving guidance right now. That courage, I said, courage and action, courage. We've got to be courageous about this. So, adversary builds strength. That is so beautiful. Thank you, Spirit. That's lovely. Okay, so our lovely, beautiful animal cards. What guidance could you give us right now in regards to what we've got on our table and what we are currently trying to do today to make sure that we're ready for our new intention? Absolutely. Our new moon on Saturday. We have our raccoon, we have our frog, and we have our starfish. I love it. Very lovely. Beautiful. Anything else, Spirit? No, those were the 3 today. And there we are. We have 5 cards. They're telling me stop. We have 5 cards on the table. And we had 5 runes. Well, we had 5 runes plus the big one. So we might get another card, but we'll see. Right, our frog, our beautiful frog. Water, starfish and frog. And our raccoon. So both the starfish and the frog are water, which is what I said, energy. That's interesting. Let's read the frog first. Clearing, cleansing, and healing. Gosh, this is amazing. The frog spends its first months of life entirely within this healing element and then emerges to rest on land. But no matter how earthly the frog becomes, its needs for cleansing and rejuvenation is regular. Frogs tend to become overworked and undernourished, so it's vital that such sensitive creatures practice self-care. Today, my friend, that's what we're doing. This card serves as a reminder that water helps us cleanse, forgive, and release. Time to dive in. Frogs aren't meant to carry heavy loads. So to bring into balance, lakes, rivers, oceans, or a bathhouse. All right. So if you're feeling a bit depleted or you're running on empty, I think it's time to pause. It's time to rest. It's time to go within. It's time to spend that moments reflecting and seeing where you're at and how you feel. Just like I said, put yourself back into that balanced mode. Beautiful, alluring, superficial, or shallow. The starfish is a natural and exquisite beauty, mesmerizing to all. Being around someone with starfish energy is a thrill, like you've been put under a spell of divinity itself. The problem is these creatures have been reliant on how they look for so long that they have forgotten their deeper callings. When this card appears, it's important to ask, am I being swayed by outward appearances? What dreams have I put aside to please others? Take as it resonates, my friend. Take as it resonates. That's wonderful. So to bring into balance, positive friends. When out of balance, gossips or feels empty. And when in balance, uplifting, artistic, and expressive. All right, my little raccoon. Where would my raccoon be? This way, this way, this way. Raccoon. There. Talented, shadowy, in hiding. Raccoon energy is at play within all artists to greater or lesser degrees. At best, it indicates talent, tenacity, and skillfulness with a particular musical instrument or creative tool. Its shadow side points to an unresolved issue around self-image and success. Sometimes using a stage name or wearing a mask works in an artist's favor. Other times it limits creativity. Am I who my audience thinks I am? What if I am ready to grow into something more? Raccoon energy won't let us off the hook until this creative ego, fear, is resolved. So when in balance, generous friend, exceptional artist. When out of balance, competitive, starving artist. And to bring into balance, make new work. All right, so a very, very clear indication. We have work to do. We can't hide. We can't pretend, okay? No point putting on a little mask because that's not going to serve us right now. We're working really hard today on being courageous. We're going to find our strength. We're getting our guidance, okay? Remember that. Silence is the best expression, so don't talk yourself out of it, okay? Don't do it. Don't talk yourself out of it. All right, Intuitive Whispers have called to me, and I'm just going to finish up with one of the Intuitive Whispers cards because I feel like we've got 5 runes. We've had our 5 cards, but we've got one lucky rune that the big rune is. And I just want an overall final message piece from our Intuitive Whispers. Oh, we have 2. Well, we'll go with that. Clear limiting beliefs and ground from the root. So yeah, grounding. Remember, we talked a lot about our chakras. Our root chakra obviously is very important for us right about now. I talked about this a little bit in the last couple of weeks because we've had such intensive energy in August, and it's going to get a little bit more intensive now going forward this week. And of course, we have got our new moon. And if we don't ground ourselves, if we don't balance ourselves, if we don't make sure that we stay rooted, our root chakra really does, if we look up the root chakra, it does relate to our reproductive organs. So that's about rebirth, yeah? It's about change, but we've got to stay grounded. We can't just float off into the ether. All right, so very important. Look up your root chakra meditations and get on and do one of those. And clear limiting beliefs. Okay, you are here for a reason. You've been guided to me for a reason. You've been guided to understand anything that you've heard today. You're being guided. So clear those limiting beliefs. I talked about this right in the very beginning. Okay, trust in your journey. Trust in what is being presented to you. It will be a lot easier than fighting it, ignoring it, popping your head in the sand and hoping it'll go away. No, we have to be courageous, okay? Courage. And we do have to overcome adversity. And adversity can often just be our emotional upheaval. And that comes from going into those shadows and really reassessing how we're thinking, behaving, our patterns, our behaviors, whatever it might be. So I hope that really resonated with you. I wish you a very lovely, lovely day. I'm going to go off now and go and see to the horses and make sure that they get their dinner. So more animals for me and hugs and kisses, and that's fine. We've got beautiful animals on this table that really did help us. Our horses, our frog, our birds, and even our little raccoon with his mask. So I hope you've had a wonderful, wonderful reading, and let me know, like, subscribe, make a comment. I love hearing from you. Shout out to my regulars. I hope you enjoyed this today and it helped you in some way. And I'll see you again soon. Thank you for joining me.